Hey Steve, just real quickly, what's the story about this car when it was filled up with cement and junked or something like that?
Well, indeed, in order to have the proper ballast at the rear of the car so the nose-heavy 383 wouldn't make it plow into the ground, they loaded the cement into the truck, literally pouring it in as wet cement, letting it set, and whoop, there you have it, instant ballast. By most accounts, the cement preserved the steel underneath so they were able to chip it out, and the original trunk floor is still in the car.
So this is the car that made the jump that you saw at the beginning of every episode on the Dukes of Hazzard. And in making the jump, the car was totaled. And yet, someone decided to restore it as faithfully as possible to the way it was when it made that jump, to and including the original cracked windshield and some of the other deformities that existed in the car at that time. So it is restored to a moment in time that everybody who watched Dukes of Hazzard is very familiar with.
And you got to remember, when this car was jumped, we're seeing here on the inner fender by the hood hinge, there's some patchwork there. You got to remember, the car was twisted. So they did a good thing. I mean, it sat in a junkyard, basically settling back into the earth, but they revived it, untwisted it, and just sort of patched up the holes. And remember, this was a TV car. It was a tool. It wasn't meant to be pretty. That's why it's gold under the hood. They sprayed it orange to become the Dukes of Hazzard, or the General Lee, and no need was done to do under the hood. So it's a TV car, a tool, but a very cool thing to see revived here on stage.
And I wonder how many sets of those Carroll Shelby mags they went through during the seasons of the Dukes of Hazzard, between curbs and jumps and everything else.
I think they're also known as American Racing Vector wheels. And believe it or not, they're pretty collectible these days. Used to be nobody really wanted them, but now they're hot.
85,000 Haggerty fantasy bids posted on this one vehicle. A new all-time record.
Steve, you're right. These were American Vectors. Carroll Shelby